Okay, family, you all have to listen to me very, very closely. First of all, no dried cereals. They contain acrylamides. I don't care if it's Wheaties. I don't care if it's Cheerios. I know cold cereal is addicting. You need to get rid of it. It's not healthy. Now, for your oatmeal, you oatmeal lovers, okay, you have to make 100% sure that it's labeled glyphosate free. You have to make sure that it's labeled glyphosate free. If it's not labeled USDA organic and glyphosate free and GMO free, then you can't do oatmeal. Do you need oatmeal? No. Can you live without oatmeal? Yes. But a lot of people give it to their children. And oats do come with extra proteins and calories that are great for children. But Donald Trump sold you out. This man has unleashed glyphosate warfare upon America. And so now the Environmental Working Group is suing the EPA over glyphosate in oats, citing risks to children's health. Now, I've reported on this in the past, so this is another warning to you all that it's getting worse. It doesn't matter if it's, or I don't care if you're buying your oatmeal from Whole Foods. If all it has is that organic label and non-GMO, it's not safe. It's contaminated. You have to make sure it's glyphosate free. And you have to make sure that that label isn't just being put on anything just so they can get money. Because that's a lot of these labeling companies make money, like kosher and halal. They want to make money from their labels. So they'll start lowering their standards. Okay? So this is just an unfortunate situation. I don't want to hear you whining and crying in the comment section about we can't eat nothing. I'm going to delete it. I'm doing this so you can empower yourselves. And I'm doing this so you can stop trusting these politicians. I told you, Trump and the robot. I told you. I told you they weren't going to make America healthy again. I told you that. I tried to tell you, but you voted for them because you thought they would make America healthy again. Tell me, at what point in history has America ever been healthy? When has America ever been a vegan nation that did not believe in the slaughter and the murder of innocent animals for flesh? Tell me. Oh, no. That's why I'm doing this, brothers and sisters. The EPA is violating federal law by failing to respond to a petition about how current glyphosate levels in oats are putting children's and babies' health at risk. According to a lawsuit filed Tuesday, in 2018, 2 rounds of EWG commissioned lab testing found widespread glyphosate contamination of foods containing oats, including popular children's cereals. Again, you have to get rid of the cold cereals. They have no nourishing value. They're filled with acrylamides, and that's why they have to add these fortified nutrients to them. Cold cereal is junk food. I've done videos on cold cereal. I have plenty of health videos. Links are in the description box. So they're filing a lawsuit, mainly to warn about oatmeal, because for centuries, oatmeal has been viewed as one of the healthiest things that you can eat. But because of Trump, now that's not the case, family. You have to let your oatmeal go unless you can verify that it's glyphosate free. Brothers and sisters, it's time to rise to spiritual perfection and sow your seed of $100 or more for our May 2nd organic food drive. Listen, becoming a giver, rising above your selfishness and hoarding spirit, it is the most difficult yet important component of true salvation, according to the teachings of Jesus Christ the Nazarene. Just read Matthew 19, 16 through 26. The man walked away sad, thinking he had done enough, until Jesus challenged him to give his all to those in need. Many of you are failing in this part. I know it's not easy. It's not easy for me either. But that's why the rewards for trusting in the God of life and health is so immense. When you test out his faithful promises by becoming a servant of the poor, especially innocent orphans and children, the spiritual healings and blessings and peace and joy are powerful. And that's why every single first Sabbath day of every month, no matter how stressful, I must find a way to feed the hungry children. And listen, there's no excuses. Our food drives, we focus on orphans and children living in abject, horrific third world poverty. This is the healthiest meal they will receive all month. Some of them are close to fainting. We've had some of them faint during our food drives before they were served the food because they hadn't eaten a decent meal in so long. We have become a lifeline for them, family. And I tell you, I feel the power of the Creator moving in my life every time I feed these poor children. And I want you to feel that same power. Arm your immune system with the protection of the God of life and health by sowing a seed of life, love, and hope into the starving bellies of these innocent children. $10,000 feeds over 10,000 hungry children. That's less than $1 per child. If you're ready to take your blessings to the next level, please step forward with your $1,000 seed of love sponsorship for our May 2nd food drive at this time. In this time of destruction by pandemic that's coming, the givers, the sowers of life into the lives of innocent children will be under the wings of protection of the God of life and health. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness, all the ways to arm your immune system with the protection of the God of life and health. All of the ways to give, to sow a seed of life and love into the bellies of these hungry children is right there on the screen. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness. You can do something. You can do something. $ Cash App $ Minister of Wellness. Zelle is right there on the screen. Minister Nathaniel at the ministerofwellness.com. Make sure you spell it correctly. We have PayPal, debit or credit card, the ministerofwellness.com/give. Start building up your giving muscles. This is critical component. Start building up those giving muscles and watch that peace and joy come upon your life. Those healings, those blessings, those prayers being answered. This is the perfect opportunity to do so. And I don't know how you're going to do that. They do have a glyphosate-free label, but you need to fact check to make sure that glyphosate-free label is really doing its job. And this lawsuit comes less than a week before the U.S. Supreme Court on April 27th will hear oral arguments in a case that determine whether Bayer could be liable for failing to warn people that Roundup weed killer may cause cancer. Bayer, which acquired Roundup when it brought the agrochemical giant Monsanto for $63 billion. Look how much money they make from chemicals. And they've already paid more than $10 billion to resolve lawsuits filed against Monsanto before the acquisition. And they still face 60,000 more lawsuits. Whew. This is a very important lawsuit because if the court rules in Bayer's favor, it will be nearly impossible to sue any pesticide maker for failing to warn consumers about health risks, even if the company knows about the risk, unless the EPA mandates a warning label on the product. Such a ruling would reshape the national regulatory landscape and effectively limit one of the largest waves of tort litigation in American history. So this is important. And the case is titled People versus Poison and will feature over 30 speakers, including the food babe, Vani Hari. She's still on the warpath. Shout out to her. Shout out to Dale Bigtree of the Informed Consent Action Network. the Children's Health Defense. So they're waging war, family, for righteousness. And we better pray that they win this lawsuit. But until then, family, I'm sorry. There ain't no Make America Healthy Again. You can't eat oatmeal. Whole series garbage, but you can't eat oatmeal. Stop it. Unless you are 100% sure that it's glyphosate free. May the Creator have mercy on us all. I have everything you need for your essential supplement needs at theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. My online store is so important because not only does it give you what you need for your health, and my supplements are high quality, my supplements are potent because I'm very careful with putting my name on a supplement. So I vouch for the Minister of Wellness name brand supplements. However, here's something important to consider. My supplements are not only more expensive than others because of the quality and the potency, which is important, but brothers and sisters, I am proud to be able to state to you that 90% of all profits that come through you purchasing the Minister of Wellness books, vitamins, minerals, sea moss, goes into our missionary initiatives. So when you choose to support the online store at the retail cost without waiting for a sale, you're not only helping yourself, but you are still helping the poor. That's the beauty. That's the spiritual blessing of supporting the ministerofwellness.com online store. The ministerofwellness.com, the ministerofwellness.com. Help yourself and help the poor by making a decision to purchase the Minister of Wellness products at the full retail cost. So keep that in mind, family. When you go to my online store and you see the prices and you say, oh, this looks to be expensive. Yes, because of the quality, the potency, but also the most important is that I am a 90% tither according to the true Nazarene Ebionite teachings of the Master Yahushua HaMashiach. Thank you for understanding that. Thank you in advance for supporting the ministerofwellness.com online store at the retail cost.